Hey guys, so I'm coming again today. I filmed so many videos today, but this is gonna be like a little vlog. So my lighting is not the greatest here, and I'm using my webcam. Come here, Jaden. I'm feeding Jaden now too. Um, yeah. So I was kind of I'm really upset about the whole Donald Trump situation. Now, I've been upset about the whole birther movement for a while. And I know sometimes I come on here and I make jokes about the current political, voting thing and all this other stuff. But first of all, we've just had the first black president ever this last 4 years, right? And when they started this whole, the man wasn't born in America, he's not American, and the whole, tagging him as the other, it really upset me. But hey, it's America, and I honestly thought that he wasn't going to make it to 4 years. I was like literally praying, like, God, please don't let one of those idiots out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like JFK and all those other people, right? I was just like, just guide and protect this man, right? But with the whole Donald Trump situation now, talking about like as if we're stupid, like he's gonna give $5 million to the charity of his choice. Like, do you think the man is even going to pay you any time of? He is the president of the United States, so I mean, he knows he was not going to even give him the time of day. Okay, but guess what? He knew it was going to do. It was going to give the whole birther movement some steam, right before the election. All of them. Are you guys paying attention to all the stuff that they're doing? Talking about the man is a lazy. They had a pun hit Romney's main spokesperson on all these, because any free time I have, that's what I'm doing. Like, even when I'm doing homework, I have the politics stuff and I watch all of them. I watch CNN, I watch Fox News, I watch MSNBC, I watch like BBC, I watch all the news outlets. I mean, I even watch my husband. He loves what is it? The public one. I forgot the name right now, but it's the one where you can actually see inside, when they're doing the Senate things, and the actual live ones that you can see. So he loves that. So from time to time I watch, and I also read. Okay, I'm also an educated person. Okay, all right. So, but not that I'm trying to throw up my education, because you don't really have to have education. But I read. Okay, I read, and a lot of times these people think that black people don't read. Okay, that's another thing. So you know how they put the joke. I think Arlene had told me that there's this like running joke with them, like, if you want to keep a secret from a black American, which I consider myself not necessarily black American, even though I'm Jamaican, but I don't. Some Caribbean people or Africans, they exclude themselves from that community. I'm black, okay? So whether you're black American, Caribbean, African, whatever it is, black is black, right? And they think, okay, if they put in a book, then we won't find out, like it would be a secret. No, I read, and there's a lot of people out there that reads. But the thing that really irks me is that his main person that comes on all these shows goes on TV after the first debate. Yes, I actually thought he won, because they talk about the Democrat that's delusional. Like, I'm probably like so far left that I probably thought that he won. But the reason why I thought he won the first debate is because I am aware that Romney was lying his A off. So when he was lying, I was like, what? And maybe I didn't really see at the time that the president really could have get him. But like when he was talking about, you got $5 trillion that you can't pay for, I was just like, yes, kind of thing. But I knew he's a liar, okay? And I'm not, listen, I know I have Republican subscribers out there, and this is not anything against you, okay? But Romney claiming, oh, Massachusetts this, Massachusetts that, and all this other stuff. Listen, the man served one term, and he did not go run because he knew he was going to lose. So how can he be running a Massachusetts record? Okay, why? Oh, Massachusetts is a number one in education when I was there. No, they were number one before you got there. Okay, so even in the last debate, Obama was like, no, no, governor, it was that policy came in before you were there. He's claiming y'all know Massachusetts. Okay, yeah, the state with all those Ivy League schools, like, yeah. You can't take credit for that, my friend. But they had their main spokesperson come on the TV and talk about the president is lazy. Then another person talking about monkey, and another person, all these different things. Like, and the thing is, there's not a big outcry. This is what I really, yeah, there's a few people talking about it, but how can they interject racism in this race? It has, and you know, there's a lot of people. Yes, there are people that's going to vote for him because he's black. Okay, and I really, really don't see a lot of things wrong with that, because it's the first time, people. Is the first time. But to have like millions of people that's going to vote against him just because he's black, and has nothing to do with his qualification. Now, this man calling out for his Harvard record, you know that man had straight A's, okay? So it's another ploy to let him be like the rest of America. How many people can say they're a Harvard graduate and got straight A's? Because he was the first black person to head up the review, the law review, okay? So, I mean, what? Okay, so you want to see his passport records? Like, yeah, okay, so what you want to say? He's not an American, he's lying? Isn't his birth certificate enough? Isn't his birth certificate enough? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, this stuff, when I saw this idiot on YouTube calling for the president, and then he had the nerve to talk about, yeah, to my satisfaction. So you go in the first hour, like the first minute of the video is, oh, he's gonna give him, he's gonna give the charity $5 million, right away, the first hour. Now all of a sudden, towards the end of the video, it's to his satisfaction. So okay, so if he released it, it has to be to your satisfaction. So basically, the man can't win. He cannot win, because if he released it, it's not going to be to your satisfaction, because his birth certificate wasn't to your satisfaction. And I saw you on Fox News talking about all sorts of crap, and it really, really upsets me. It really upsets me at the fact that I remember when that man threw the shoes at President Bush. Okay, y'all remember that? When he threw the shoes, and how dare could they do that to our president? He's the president. Where is the respect for our office? You remember them talking about all that stuff? But yet still, we have this black man who's a president of the United States, and y'all are attacking him like, I mean, he does not deserve the respect. Okay? He does not deserve the respect because he's black. I just don't get it. And the fact that people, when I looked at the video and he had like how many millions of views, I mean, tell you the truth, I don't even know if Celebrity Apprentice is on, because I stopped watching it, but definitely they're not getting my view if it was still on. Again, I would not click on to that channel if they played Celebrity Apprentice. I am sorry. He is an idiot, and he wants, I don't know, maybe he wants to stay relevant, but at the same time, do not disrespect the first black president that's going to go down in history books as the first black president. Okay? Boo boo. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I know I'm probably like taking it way too personal, and I'm so involved in this whole politics stuff. Yeah. I mean, even the last election, I was a volunteer down in Fort Lauderdale, because I really take politics seriously. But, and I really take the whole, like, and I'm not saying I'm a socialist or anything like that, but I've taken social problems when I was like 18 years old in college, and yeah, there are certain things, the way capitalism is set up. If you set up for a group of people, or for people to be poor in order for capitalism to work, why? I think it's just human nature, having some decency to take care of the people that the system set up to perpetuate, to have kids and keep having kids to breed a poor class. At least you could do is give them some health care. Okay, that's the least you could do. And you have a lot of kids that I've taught. Okay, I've had kids in my classroom that had one shirt and one shirt, no, I'm sorry, one pants, two shirt, and one jacket. Okay, one jacket. Have parents that's on drugs, don't have, only come to school and have food to eat only at school. Okay, these kids did not ask to be born to these parents, and I think it is our responsibility as a culture to take care of these people. But yet still you want to go into all these other countries and say, oh, to be democrat, to be a democratic society, you got to make sure that all these evils are not being taken care, are not occurring in all these different countries. But right here in America, you have some things happening to people in this country that is an evil that need to be taken care of. Okay, so I just really, it really steams me up, only because of my experiences probably, and what I have seen. And I've taught in a city school. I've seen some things that's heartbreaking. Okay, and so to talk about, oh, socialism, and like it's like an evil thing. Like, okay, granted, okay, now I'm not saying I'm all the way socialist, but I'm saying if you have a system like we have in America, it is nothing. It's not an evil to take care of people like my son, who, I mean, if something should ever happen to me, or when he gets to, let's say he lives till he's 50 years old, okay, if there's no like Medicare, okay, to take care of people, like I mean, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to have anybody to take care of him if something should happen to me and my husband, or any of my family members who would take care of him. So I mean, what? So he's not human? He should be like in the woods somewhere surviving, like animals. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. And as far as the whole healthcare thing, I think I've mentioned before, okay, my husband makes a very good salary. And when I was teaching full time, I made a decent salary. Okay. And when I had my son, he was born healthy, and he got sick, and he was in a hospital in a coma, and he has brain injury and all that other stuff. But guess what? That hospital bill, that was humongous. And you want to tell me we had insurance for all this time? Do you think that insurance was paying for everything? No. And there were things that they were like, oh, well, we're not going to pay for that because that's not a necessary. That's not life-saving. What do you mean by it's not life-saving? What do you mean by that? Okay. When he needed therapy, okay, we spent a small fortune on my son's therapy because the insurance company refused to pay for it. Okay, we literally like went broke trying to make sure my son walked, trying to make sure that he's talking. Okay, so this whole thing, and pre-existing condition. Yeah, we're one of these family that, yeah, we're gonna have a pre-existing condition, because my son, if my husband changed job, yeah, that's pre-existing condition. Okay, so, and what do you want to get rid of healthcare? And I shouldn't take it personally. Yeah, I'm going to take it personally. And it's not because we're lazy, because like I said, my husband makes a good salary. Okay, yeah, he does. And guess what? We probably wouldn't be able to afford, if something should ever happen to him again, to afford the bill, because we already had like a $300,000 bill. Okay, so people, I'm telling you, y'all really need to wake up and pay attention to what's going on in politics. I haven't even gotten into Roe versus Wade. I haven't gotten into affirmative action. I haven't gotten into a lot of those stuff. Okay, but whatever it is, people, this election is very important, because we got somebody that is running against the president of the United States, that I do not trust. Not that I don't like Republicans, because guess what? I I would vote for certain Republicans, like let's see if I can think of somebody right off the cuff. Charlie Crist. He's a Republican. I mean, he might not even be too Republican, but guess what? He was a decent governor of Florida. Okay, and I think he was the attorney general, or he was something before that. But he was decent. He was a decent guy. Okay, and if it was, let's say, him running against Obama, I wouldn't even be like so afraid the way that I'm afraid of Romney. I don't trust this guy. Okay, and I know some of you guys might be saying, "Oh, I don't trust Obama," but give me a good reason of why you don't trust him down below. Like, what is it really that you don't trust about him? Okay, now with Romney and the outsourcing and all these other stuff, I'm not gonna even get into that. Okay, I'm not gonna even go there because yes, like I said, it's capitalist, and we got the right to be billionaires if we want to be. Okay, if I had the opportunity to be a billionaire, I'm not saying I would turn it down. Okay, but the man and you know how they were beating up Kerry. Y'all remember them beating up Kerry, talking about he was a flip flopper? Y'all remember that? I mean, what would you call Romney? I just don't, I just don't get it. I don't know. Y'all let me know what I'm thinking because this video going on way too long. Bye.